Psychology says the people who struggle most to make friends aren't the ones who don't want connection. They're the ones who want it so badly they've built an entire system to protect themselves from losing it. Let me explain what I mean. You know that person. Maybe it's you, who can hold a conversation just fine. Funny even, good listener. But when it comes to actually turning an acquaintance into a friend, something quietly shuts the door. They don't text first. They don't suggest hanging out again. They wait, and then convince themselves the other person just wasn't that interested anyway. Here's what's actually happening underneath that. Somewhere along the way, usually early, usually without anyone meaning to do it, this person learned that reaching out could cost them something. Maybe it was a friend group that quietly stopped including them. Maybe it was a parent who was there physically but not emotionally, so love always felt a little conditional, a little unpredictable. Maybe it was just one humiliating moment in middle school that never actually left. And the nervous system does something smart, in a way. It says, if getting close to people hurts, let's just not get close. Not consciously, not as a decision, more like a reflex, like flinching before you even know why. So this person becomes an expert at almost friendship. They're warm in the moment, present, easy to talk to. But the second a conversation could turn into something real, the second it requires initiating or being vulnerable or risking silence on the other end of a text, they pull back. Not because they don't care, because caring is exactly what feels dangerous. And this is the part that gets me. From the outside, it looks like disinterest. It looks like someone who's just hard to reach or keeps to themselves. But on the inside, it's the opposite. It's someone replaying every interaction on a loop. Did I talk too much? Did that joke land wrong? Do they actually like me? Or are they just being polite? They're not distant because they don't feel enough. They're distant because they feel too much. And it's exhausting to carry that much awareness into every single interaction. There's also this quieter thing that happens, a kind of imbalance. Making a friend requires two people to slowly hand each other small pieces of themselves. A little detail here, a little honesty there. Trust builds in that back and forth. But if you grew up learning that sharing yourself wasn't safe, you stop handing anything over. You become a great audience for other people's lives, but a closed book about your own. And eventually, people stop trying to read you. Not because they don't want to know you, because you never gave them a way in. The loneliest part isn't even being alone. It's being around people constantly. Coworkers, classmates, people in the group chat, and still feeling like nobody actually knows you. That specific kind of tired. The kind where you can be at a party and still feel like you're watching it through glass. Here's what I want you to sit with, though. None of this means something is wrong with you. It means you learned, a long time ago, that closeness came with risk, and your mind has been trying to keep you safe ever since. That protection made sense once. It might not be serving you anymore. Because the truth is, most people aren't keeping score the way you think they are. They don't remember the awkward pause. They don't think you talk too much. Most people are just waiting for someone else to go first, to send the text, to say, let's actually hang out, to be a little too honest, a little too soon. And the wild thing about connection is, it's not built by being impressive. It's built by being slightly too visible, on purpose, more than once. That's it. That's the whole risk. So if this is you, if you've been the friendly one who never quite becomes the close one, maybe today's the day you send the first text. Not because it's not scary, but because you've been protecting yourself from getting hurt for so long, you forgot to ask what you might be missing on the other side of that risk. If this hit somewhere, let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who does this, who's warm but always just out of reach, maybe send them this video instead of a text. Sometimes that's easier too.